It's been a busy year in and around Canal Street, and LGBT cameras have been recording some of the key events which have taken place. These included the Great British Bear Bash in April, celebrating bears, cubs, otters and their admirers. We asked two of the contributors what the Bear Bash meant to them.
This is my first. I'm enjoying all the British bears. It's fantastic.
So Gary, this isn't your first time at a Great British Bear Bash.
Hey Jake,
So,
no, it's my second one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I remember last time it was great fun, and they were really dodgy. What I quite liked about the bears was they didn't seem to have any morals at all. So you could do jokes that you wouldn't necessarily get away with in other places. They were well up for it. It was a lovely crowd.
On the same weekend, Sackville Gardens hosted Village People, a day of performance, market stalls and community spirit. June saw the annual Manchester Gay Skinheads weekend, with many activities around the village, including the now infamous Porno Bingo and the Rob Shop charity head shave at Alert, which raised £1,090.91 for George House Trust, helping to support HIV-positive people in the Northwest. June also saw the first Mr. Eagle competition, in what is hoped to be an annual event. We spoke to the worthy winner, Scott McAllister, but first we asked Nick Curtis why Eagle Bar wanted to establish this competition.
It's not just about sort of the fetish, it's not just about leather or rubber, it's about what would you do to add to the community. And I would hope to encourage more people to wear kit in Manchester.
Really over the moon, really happy. It's I was born a leather guy, you know, when I was like 9, I used to smell my dad's leather seats in the car, and it's just something that, you know, I wear gear no matter what. You know, there doesn't need to be a special occasion. I'm a fetish guy and I want to, you know, bring it to other people. I go to Berlin and see how the scene is there, Hamburg, and I just want to, you know, want people to know about Manchester.
2014 has been a year of rejuvenation for Canal Street, with many initiatives taking place to make it a safer and more attractive environment for everyone. This included a scheme which saw many new hanging baskets adorning the exteriors of your favourite bars and clubs, and the provision of better lighting in Sackville Gardens. Greater Manchester Police launched the world's first fully liveried rainbow police car to raise awareness for the need to report hate crimes.
Hate crime is a huge priority for us, and it's totally unacceptable for people to be targeted because of their race, religion, sexuality or any other personal characteristic.
The 10th annual Sparkle event took place in July, celebrating the transgender community, which started with a fundraising charity firewalk and concluded with a weekend of market stalls and a huge party in Sackville Gardens, plus many events around the village. We asked some of the firewalkers what possessed them to walk on hot coals, and spoke to some of the participants of Sparkle who told us what the event meant to them.
The thing that I was thinking of and motivating me when I was going through it all was the raising money aspect, and as he said, even though it looks dangerous, it is a very safe thing to do.
It wasn't as bad as what I thought it would be. A bit like a walk in the park, actually. We're trying to put a festival on that is going to be something for everyone, and it's going to celebrate gender diversity, and also it's a chance for everybody to sort of integrate and get to know trans people and really know what we are about.
I think the trans community is getting more accepted as time goes on, whether that's because there's more people out there doing things, or whether it's just that people are becoming more liberally minded. But yeah, it's definitely improving, and certainly within the LGBT community is a massive improvement in the last 3 or 4 years, I would say.
It's been absolutely fantastic. It's my first time at Sparkles. Hope it won't be my last. Everyone's just been so lovely, all out to have a great time. So yeah, it's just been a brilliant day.
In Salford, the Peel Park Pink Picnic was an enormous success, bringing together people from around the region for a day of gloriously sunny family fun. To keep the day's entertainment free to the public, many fundraising events took place around the city, and we were at one of these. Manchester's Sister Jacqui Moff, of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, invited a number of local acts to join her on stage at the Sackville Lounge, including comedians Jonathan Mayer and Leslie Kershaw.
And there's always a huge climax, and I'd go, hig, and there'd be another, and bang. So that's what lesbian sex is like, for those who haven't experienced it. It goes on and on, and do you want some more? We might as well, nothing's gone flaccid.
That evening, I felt even better. I jumped in the car and went dogging. I can highly recommend 6 weeks after an hysterectomy going dogging. It's brilliant. I tell Peel Park, I can't fucking wait, I'll tell you. I can't
A jaw-dropping performance by Max Hunter closed the night. The Village Business Association organised litter clean-up days, and Tony from VIA told us why this was especially important in the lead-up to Pride.
Manchester Pride is where we showcase our village for the rest of the year, and where we turn around and say, look, this is what our gay village has to offer, and that's why, you know, we need to make it look the best.
Ahead of Manchester Pride, the village held a number of Pride Fringe events, including Love Music, an exhibition showcasing some of Manchester's best LGBT musicians and photographers. The Lodge at Richmond Tea Rooms hosted the world's first naked harpist in an event which raised money for the Pride Community Fund. Howard Middleton, runner-up in last year's Great British Bake Off, was guest judge at the Great Village Bake Off. Our cameras captured the mood.
Very nervous. I didn't think I was competitive until I arrived, and I've seen everybody's entries, and now I'm kind of going, oh, I want to. Will I be first? I'm not going to be first. I might be third, and then I'm just kind of. I'm now relaxing a little bit now. I've had a few drinks, so it'll be fine.
It was a moment when I saw some people coming in with some of the bakes, and you sort of sense the tension, the feeling that they've been working up to the wire to get something perfected. And I've heard that one or two things have already gone in the bin. And the award for Best in Show for the Great Village Bake Off 2014 goes to John Renner.
Over the August bank holiday weekend, amid glorious sunshine, the streets of Manchester were brought to a halt to make way for this year's annual Gay Pride Parade. The Gay Village was host to acts as diverse as All Saints and Anastasia. We caught up with one of the headline acts, Conchita Wurst.
I so much look forward to it because I just heard the best of Manchester Pride. So I'm excited, you know. I've been to some prides now, so Manchester, show me what you got.
Good weather saw the village full of people in party mood, celebrating this year's Pride theme, which was love.
Hi, I'm Dave, and my 3 words for Pride are extravagant, ludicrous, and beautiful.
My name's Dan, I'm with Manchester Fun Runners, and my 3 words for Pride would be fun, friendship and community.
Hello, my name's Les Pratt, I'm a trustee for Manchester Pride, and my 3 words to describe this event are charitable, inclusive, oh fucking hell, I forgot the third one, sorry.
Freedom, queer and expressive.
Togetherness, embracing and community.
My 3 words for Pride are positive, inclusive and fun.
Amazing, spectacular, non-judgmental.
A few showers on the final day didn't stop the concluding event of the weekend, the George House Trust Candlelit Vigil. This remained for many the most poignant part of the celebration. It concluded with a service of remembrance for those lost to HIV and AIDS. The Museum of Liverpool is charting 30 years of HIV through a new exhibition called Now and Then. The display uncovers Merseyside's journey with HIV/AIDS through stories, objects, film and photography. We spoke to some of the people involved with the exhibition.
My main involvement has been involved in the 8-minute film that we've made. It's a documentary of people that are affected by HIV, and it's about their individual stories, and that's been my main involvement, and also doing some oral histories as well.
Yeah, my involvement has been from the conception of the project, and it's involved in archiving some of the material, taking oral histories, taking part in the film. The oral histories are a continual thing that's going to go on after the project finishes.
As I've said to people, without that history we can't learn from it, and we still need to learn things today about HIV awareness, because people may think it was 30 years ago and it's gone away, but it's still here today, and the prejudice and stigma still exist.
The full Now and Then video is available from sahir.org.uk/nowandthen. At Church House on Deansgate, the 7th of October marked the unveiling of a plaque to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the campaign for homosexual equality.
And it's lovely to be here, even though it's raining, to really celebrate a momentous date, actually. It's 50 years since the first meeting took place for the meeting for homosexual equality in this very building, I think. And I think, you know, in those 50 years, we have come a long way.
Well, again, it's a great pleasure to be here today. The meetings that took place 50 years ago were momentous. Things in other parts of the world are not quite as good as they are here, and so by unveiling this plaque today, we're saying that the work isn't finished. There are still countries in the world where homosexuality is still a criminal offence, and some where it is being criminalised where it hasn't been clearly criminal before, and we pray that there will be a victory in other countries too.
My name is Kristen Koza. I am a refugee and I come from Uganda. I grew up in a small town called Mukono, in the suburbs of Kampala, the capital city of Uganda. As many of you probably know already, it is illegal in Uganda to be gay, and it's punishable by 7 to 14 years in prison. I am a refugee now. I got my status to stay. But the journey to seek asylum is not the easiest or the most straightforward.
Over each of these last 3 summers, I've spent some time in sub-Saharan Africa. I've become painfully aware of the extent of the current spread of AIDS across the African trade routes. Often, it is the reconstruction of new roads, tarmac roads, which bring better healthcare and economic growth to remote rural areas, but also bring infection. And the spread of AIDS and HIV is strengthened by a wall of silence that's built on social stigma. But here's a twist. The victims of AIDS I've met in Africa are predominantly female and heterosexual. They're trapped by a combination of poverty, bullying and ignorance into unprotected sex. They're then often cast out by their families and communities, and even by the men who infected them.
Our cameras were there to record a mock wedding ceremony at the Gay Wedding Show, which came to Manchester in the autumn.
These persons here present.
These persons here present.
To witness that I, Robert.
To witness that I, Robert.
Do take thee, David. Chosen me.
That you have chosen me.
To be your husband.
To be your husband.
There was a couple who had a civil partnership with me just after the legislation came into being. And me being nosy, I used to be a hairdresser, me being nosy, I asked the question, well, why still a civil partnership and not a marriage now that you can get married? And well, civil partnership just works for us. So there's obviously couples who still want either or, but the majority, yeah, civil marriage.
Our business is a bespoke clothing company whereby we can actually tailor different sorts of elements of formal wear for yourselves. What we've decided from our brand, the way we've actually worked on our brand, is that we can sort of have a fusion of female, male, different cultures inspired from that way to actually come up with the collections of designs for our clients.
Yeah.
Very good so far.
No, it has been brilliant actually, yeah, really like
inspirational and give us some ideas, new ideas.
Definitely.
Love the invitations.
Yeah, I do like the invitations. I think that really altogether, I mean, being ourselves and homosexual, I think sometimes you have to be out there and a bit louder, and not many places understand that, and I think here it's really good to know that you've got, you know, uniqueness to it. And
yeah. I think went to the rehearsal, the civil partnership ceremony with the registrar, and that was really just like a snapshot of what we'll be going to be doing in like 6 or 7 months' time. So that was good, interesting.
Anyone visiting the village can't miss an amazing new mural on the side wall of the Molly House. We interrupted one of the artists as the design started to appear.
It was offered as a competition by the Molly House through the Queer Chester movement. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. They're trying to inject a lot more art and culture into the gay community, and this is their first big project, and hopefully the start of something that's going to carry on. But it was a competition which Glenn Jones won. There was 3 other designs that have all been incorporated into this piece, and we were then commissioned to put his interpretation of the four designs together and put it on the wall. More places should kind of take on board this sort of artwork. I mean, there's so many grey, boring walls in Manchester. What's the problem with having a few with a bit of colour on?
It's a massive relief. I feel like we've been through everything in the last fortnight to get it done. I'm just really glad that it's done to a level, just enough of a level where I can walk away from it. If I had my way, I'd probably do another week. I think it's the first time we've ever worked on a really big commission with Hayley, and it's been good just for the moral support, because working on such a big scale is quite a daunting task. It's been great to have someone to bounce ideas off as well, and it's been a real laugh, which is always a bonus, so yeah.
It feels amazing. I mean, I never thought I'd win anyway, but the actual realisation of it actually coming together, and you know, over the past week, just seeing it, I mean, it looks actually a lot better than what I sort of envisaged for it anyway. So.
I love living in my neighborhood. I'm sitting on my street, you know I feel so good. I'm talking to myself and I feel okay. Everything's going my way, you know I love living in my neighborhood. I'm talking to myself, you know I feel so good. People tell me we take chances. I just think that we're romantic. When the way shines, Chapel Town, you know that.
The LGBT cameras were also at Warrington Pride to capture some of the atmosphere of the day.
Bye guys.
It's brilliant. It's a fantastic Pride. It's so small and nice. Our Pride should be free, and it's all good fun. So I'm having great fun here. There's loads of us down here enjoying ourselves and celebrating Pride.
Actually here for the parade?
Yeah, just to see what's going on.
Okay, and of course we've got some perhaps unwelcome visitors behind you.
I think it's very, very unfair what they're saying. In this day and age, it shouldn't matter whether you're gay, bisexual, heterosexual. Doesn't make any difference. Nothing at all. It amazes me how there's hundreds of people here celebrating, yet there is 6 of them. Surely that says it all.
Warrington are always so welcoming. They really are. From the moment I come in and I get my little band before I go into the dressing room, they are just so lovely and so friendly. It's wonderful. They allow me to be the diva that I like being.
And with Adrian Derbyshire here at Warrington Pride, very nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's a real pleasure to be here.
So this is an amazing looking bike that you're sitting on at the moment. Now, this isn't the kind of thing that you could get from Halfords, is it?
No, it's not. It's £25,000 custom-made hand cycle. And as you can see, it has all my sponsors on here because I'm actually an athlete for Great Britain, 2 gold, 3 silver. But it's also as well, it's about promoting the reporting of hate crime as well. So I'm visiting over 500 schools, speaking to over 50,000 children this year, all around the UK and the Isle of Man as well. And it's about talking about hate crime, bullying, stigma, and it's a great way to get around schools because I'm also promoting health and well-being as an athlete.
It seemed to go very well. They
Great crowd
enjoyed
out
it.
there.
Yeah,
Great crowd. We did Warrington first year, so it was quite nice to come back and do it again. We couldn't do it last year because obviously we were a bit busy with commitments. But it's quite nice to come back.
It's lovely to be back and see a lot more people and everyone having such a good time. It's been amazing.
I've got a lot of friends that go to the Pride. I've got a lot of gay friends, and for me, I've done the Prides for the last 4 years, and it is one real loyal fan base. So for me, I would come back next week.
Following reports of an attack on 2 gay men in the city, Manchester's lesbian and gay chorus joined with Transport for Greater Manchester to host Safe to Sing.
Get ready, freedom will come.
This event saw the choir ride an in-service tram to Piccadilly Gardens, where they joined hundreds in a mass sing-along.
Tonight's event was prompted by a disgraceful act of violence against 2 young men. What Joe and Jake experienced in these gardens is something no one should ever have to face. It was an attack on them, but being no doubt it was an attack on all of us as well. The police are investigating this terrible crime and are confident that those responsible will be brought to justice. This vicious assault shows in the starkest of terms the devastating effect hate crime has, both on individuals and on the wider community. That is why it is so important for all of us to take a stand together against hate crime, and so important that we're all here tonight. Because Manchester is a place where it does not matter who you are, whether you're old, young, rich, poor, black, white, male, female, gay, straight, bi, trans. In this city, we are free to walk our streets. In this city, we are free to sing our songs. And in this city, we are free to take a stand.
Extend the invite to Joe and Luke to come down tonight, but obviously they have gone through an incredibly traumatic time. And this lady on the edge of the stage here is Joe's mum, Jacqui. She's come down. Round of applause for her. And she wanted me to say a massive thank you to the Manchester Lesbian and Gay Chorus, and a massive thank you to the people of Manchester, because this means so much to Joe and Luke. They know we're here tonight and they really, really do appreciate it. But do not forget, this is a horrific crime that has really, really affected those boys. But I'm pleased that, Jacqui, you could come here tonight, and I'm pleased that you can go back tonight and tell them how much love there is in this city for those 2 young men. Yes. Yes.
Fighting culture, fighting gravity, and you won't bring me down. You won't bring us down.
A memorial service in Sackville Gardens marked Trans Day of Remembrance on the 23rd of November. National HIV Testing Week took place in the UK ahead of World AIDS Day on the 1st of December. We spent some time at the Lesbian and Gay Foundation to find out what's involved in getting an HIV test.
There's loads of different ways to get tested. So if the guys wanted a rapid test, you'll get your results on the same day. So that's a finger prick test with a nurse. The nurse will also take blood from your arm for confirmation if there was a reactive result. You can also do a postal kit, so that's also a finger prick. That will be sent off to the lab and you'll get the results within 2 weeks. And also we do the full sexual health screening clinic, so you'll have a full range of tests. That's where the blood's taken out of your arm, and that's all results within 2 weeks as well. So there's massive choice for people who want to get tested, so there's a full range of different ways. So if you're a bit needle phobic, you could do the postal kit. All the tests are really, really accurate. A positive result, you'll be seen by a specialist, HIV nurse or consultant. They'll speak to you about what that result means. They'll look at your levels, so they'll look at how much virus is in your blood, and dependent on that will be what your treatment plan will be. We'll also look at referring you to the George House Trust. They provide specialist support for people who've been diagnosed with HIV. They've got a wide range of support, and also if you're a gay or bisexual man, you can access a wide range of one-to-one or group support at the Lesbian and Gay Foundation as well.
I think it's normal to be nervous when you go for a test of this kind anyway. The way I was treated, it made me sort of relax. It was easy, friendly, so it's all the nerves sort of washed away within time. So.
For World AIDS Day, we're part of Manchester's World AIDS Day partnership, and one of the things that we'll be doing there is the vigil, where that gives an opportunity for us to reflect upon World AIDS Day, the people that have been lost due to AIDS, and to remember people, and you know, it gives us an opportunity to reflect.
In between the life that I want and what I can't reach, feels like I'm heard and not seen. There must be a way at the end of the day that I can help make you see the man that I long to set free. 'Cause sometimes I just need to cry for no reason at all. Sometimes I'm too tired to try for no